Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I have a couple of messages that obviously you would have seen me in the stress that I want to share with you. And another one is that God can use anyone to fulfill his purpose. He doesn't need to use someone that looks like the part, according to the world standards, right? So I was listening to this message, and the pastor was just really, he subtly said this, and it really kind of was very loud in my own mind that, oh my gosh, this is so true. How many times we think that people who don't come from a very affluent background don't have access to funds or influence or money or whatever, they probably won't get too far, right? And the world judges those types of people because they don't fit their mold, right? And I'm sure even yourselves, even myself, there's been times where I felt like I don't fit the mold, and who's looking at me? Am I really ever gonna make it? I don't have access to this, I don't have access to that. And that's what the world tries to do, so they can derail us, discourage us from fulfilling our purpose. And the preacher was just saying that God will use the most unlikely person to fulfill his purpose. And then he started with some examples. He used Nehemiah, he used Daniel, he used Esther, he used David, he used Moses, he used Jesus. Jesus didn't look the parts. He was a carpenter's son. He used Gideon. Okay, I can name so many people he used, but they didn't look like they were going to achieve anything of value, right? So I want to come on here to tell anyone who might be looking around their circumstances and they're saying to themselves, yeah, probably I will get to this point in life because I don't have 1, 2, and 3. Don't eliminate yourself already. Look to God to really give you the strength and just the wisdom to sharpen you to where he wants to take you. Sit with him in terms of the purposes that he wants to establish in your life. And I'm sending another message about we shouldn't be trusting ourselves to the point that we rely on ourselves to be the source of success. Nehemiah said that, but the God of heavens will make us a success. The one who sits on high will make us a success. So I pray that you go and read. I ask that you go and read some of these stories of these individuals that I mentioned in the Bible. And before they were kings and big things, look at what was going on before that. How God called people out of nowhere, out of obscurity, into such prominence. Even Joseph as well. So just a word of encouragement that God will use the most unlikely person. And it's okay to go undetected for years in God's kingdom. It's okay to go undetected for years. Because when the time comes, God would have worked on you. You are so good for it. You have a heart of the King of Kings, and you are able to really steward what God has given you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't compare yourself. In First Samuel, the prophet Samuel says, man looks at the outside, but God looks within. David was a shepherd's boy. His father didn't take him seriously at the time, but later on, David was the man. And so just really draw some inspiration, because some of those people faced a lot of obscurity times and seasons and backlash, but God used them as well. Okay? And be okay being hidden for some time. I found that sitting with God is where I get more strength and authority and power than when I try to go about things on my own. So learn to sit with God in isolation from time to time, and just practice a life of fasting and praying, because that is the life in which Jesus himself told us that we need to live by. So yeah, don't eliminate yourself. God will use the most unlikely individual. Have an awesome day, guys.